Hey, collective, it's Anne-Marie. Hope all of you are having a good day, a good Tuesday. Thought we'd pull some cards and get some messages of clarity for those who would like it. I don't know why. Well, Spirit, sometimes you just do what you're told, right? I mean, it's very rare that I do, but when Spirit tells me to do something, I do it. What are they trying to attack? What are they trying to attack in your life? What is the trauma that they're trying to attack? I always say they can't attack what is healed. In my personal experience, there was quite a few people in a group that knew a lot of my deep trauma, and I noticed when I started to be spiritually attacked when I walked away from this group, that's exactly what they attacked. So I'm going to ask for you, collective, what is it? What is some shadow unhealed trauma that they are trying to attack? Your abandonment issues. They're trying to attack your abandonment issues. So they have tried to pinpoint with you. They've tried to, if you will, recognize the feelings you've had, your experiences you've had when it's come to abandonment, the feelings of rejection. They may know that you may have some abandonment issues, whether you told them or not. We wear our trauma as adults, and especially for highly trained people who sniff that out, they're able to kind of tell where your feelings at when it comes to abandonment and rejection. So what they're trying to do is attack your abandonment wounds or your rejection wounds, feeling rejected. So if you've noticed, maybe you've tried to speak your truth. This is the unseen truth. So they've created this says look beyond illusions, but they're trying to create illusions so they can kind of hide in a way, kind of hide their motives in a way. If you have been someone who's tried to work through, maybe you're just recognizing that you have rejection wounds or abandonment wounds. Again, these stem from childhood, right? These individuals, if you've tried to say something about, it doesn't have to be about this particularly, but if you try to confront them, not in a negative sense, maybe not in an aggressive way, but you try to talk to someone about something and they've responded to you with silence, that is toxic, and that's a form, it's what covert narcissists do, if you will. When they withhold energy from you purposely, when they withhold, like calling you, responding to text, or leaving you on red, if you will, all right? They are trying to tap into that abandonment wound, the wound of feeling less than, the wound of rejection. They are intimidated by you. They're intimidated by the light that you carry. They are intimidated of your essence, is what I just heard. This person or these individuals that have been trying to attack you, obviously, have not done in-depth healing work. They haven't healed a lot of their trauma. If this is a masculine, he has motherhood wounds. If it is a female, if it's a masculine, he has motherhood wounds. He never healed from. If it's a feminine, she possibly has fatherhood wounds that she hasn't healed from. And because they haven't healed from it, they see things from a broken lens, if you will, a distorted view. And so someone like you that carries this amazing, abundant, beautiful light that you carry inside, when someone like you comes along, they immediately get put off because your light shines so brightly that you illuminate their shadows. You illuminate the darkness within them. And instead of them having introspection and looking at themselves and wondering why the collective has triggered them, they go on defense mode and go on attack mode. They envy people who carry this light within them. You're not the first. You may be the last because they're thinking twice. But they envy people that have this. It doesn't have to be a childlike quality, but this, and not that you're innocent and pure and perfect or anything, but I'm just feeling like this warm, it's like there's something about you, collective. Some people just can't put their finger on it about you. And they don't like that. it triggers their childhood wounds. So because these things are unhealed, they want you to feel as bad as they do. I know this, people know this, but it's important to understand, because these people wear masks. These people play in your face like they're your friends, or that they're close with your family, or that they're, someone you can confide in and share things with. They may share a little bit about their story to kind of get you to open up, to feel safe with them, so they can kind of find out what some of your shadows are to attack those. They feel as though if they attack these things, specifically rejection wounds or abandonment wounds, or whatever the wounds that they're trying, there may be more, we're going to pull cards, see, that they attack those things, that it will put your light out. That's their whole point, right? Hold on, I got to get something to drink. Hold on. So they try to attack those things, right? To make you feel less than, to make you feel vulnerable, kind of take you down a notch, because you think you're so great, don't you? I mean, I just heard someone say, who do they think they are? And my favorite response to that is, who the fuck do you think you're not? By you shining, it doesn't take the light away from anybody else. It just illuminates their shadows, and they don't like that. Okay, okay. So, as I've said in other readings, and I said at the beginning of this reading, whether it's a rejection or abandonment wounds, once you heal those wounds, they are not able to attack them. If you're someone like me who was under, to the umpteenth degree of spiritual attacks coming from all sides, literally seeing demons in my house, seeing shadow figures, the Slender Man, horrific things, being gang stalked, followed everywhere I went. And it was because I had this fear. And once I worked through those fears, people still gang stalk me and follow me. But I have no fear now because I've worked through that. Same with abandonment. Abandonment was a big thing for me, and the rejection wound. These individuals did humiliation rituals on me, and I didn't recognize that's what it was. The time when people try to embarrass you in front of a group of people, things like that, they know what they can attack. So if you heal those wounds, they can't attack them. So if this example for you is the rejection wound or feeling abandoned, I just heard someone say, I don't really know how to heal that wound. Like, what specifically, how do you do it? Right? That's how, I get it. You may want to trace back, like I always say, trace back the roots. Trace it back. Where did you first feel rejected and abandoned? If you need to, write it down. I'm going to tell you my circle method, 808. Again, you could draw a circle. Abandonment in the middle. Yes. Draw a line. I felt abandoned when my parents got divorced at a young age. I felt abandoned when my father left us, or you don't know your father or your mother. I felt abandoned when, because of parents' addictions or whatever reason, they didn't pick me up from school on time. Or, I tried to communicate certain things and they, didn't listen to me. I was being abused or certain things. So it's drawing a line of all the times that you felt abandoned. Right? So you can just this is a visual, so you can kind of look at it. And then work through each one of those things. Because when you're having the abandonment wound and you are around people, anybody could actually trigger it. But this reading is about what these people are trying to attack. They're trying to attack what you haven't healed yet. So the best revenge, what do I always say? The best revenge is healing, being silent with your healing, cutting the energy completely off to these individuals, going into hermit mode, and really digging deep and working through. Abandonment wounds are one of the biggest ones that people attack. Same with the rejection wound, because the rejection wound is attached to humiliation rituals. Same with the abandonment wound. So there are these rituals that are attached to unhealed trauma all the time. And these people are very well versed in this. They know. You want to be part of a group, they're going to make you feel like you're part of the group. And then they're going to push you away and kind of reject you, so that wound comes up. Now they're thinking you're going to go and chase them, and it's going to take the light away. But chosen, you have this amazing, beautiful light inside of you. If the light wasn't so powerful, they wouldn't come against you. Never forget that. I hope you're healthy and happy.